Vijay, the most important topic in every discussions we are discussing because the adoption of AI and so how important is the ethics of AI, the responsible AI and the governance of AI and after the organization is moving towards the adoption, same time we don't have time because the AI is there in the market and having this proper governance and framework and all this kind of thing. What's your opinion about that? How we can ensure that there's a proper governance systems for adopting AI and also fostering the culture of the training for in the organizations for the staff and everyone to ensure that the tool they are using and they properly, of course, start from the senior management and the leadership. And what my opinion is, I don't know, you can correct me, is the AI is totally different. It's the leadership mindset till those tools are different, those models are different. It's not like traditional legacy systems. So we have a challenge here, but how, in your opinion and your suggestions, we can have those checklists to ensure that we have a proper governance when we are adopting AI?
So as we know now, there has been a tremendous explosion really of AI tools, pretty much AI this, AI that. It's so rare to come across a technology which doesn't have at least a small layer of AI. I think I have a joke that probably it will get into the food industry. Even if you want to drink a bottle of water, it'll have AI powered,
AI powered.
Whatever
And every
nutrients
vendor
and so
have
on.
AI powered this, every powered.
Yeah.
There are a lot of tools AI powered. Yes.
Yeah. So the thing is that many organizations do this mistake of starting with the AI system, because when you have an issue or a challenge that needs to be sorted out, I always say start with the business case first. What is the business case that justifies that investment in AI?
Sure. It's very
Without that solid business case, everything, how do you measure even the value that was delivered by the AI system? And it's so important to have the AI policies in place for an organization. At the national level and the international level, we have the EU AI Act, which was introduced back in August last year. And it is going into enforcement mode this August, and next August as well it's going to be even more strictly enforced across organizations, and many countries have this legislation in place. From an organization perspective, I feel that the AI governance has to be taken seriously. It's not just enough or sufficient to have a list of AI systems and technologies. It's so good to have the interest because AI can really be a force multiplier, even spoken from a security operations perspective. At the same time, it's not just plug and play. So this whole mindset of adopting AI, plugging it in and then continuing with business operations is not the right approach. There has to be a clear justification and there has to be a clear transparency, things like governance, privacy, ethical bias being eliminated. All those things are so important if you talk about AI systems.
I like what you mentioned, and I think to summarize that, it's a very valid point that the organization doesn't need to rush for the implementation. It has to be a proper strategic and business goal should be there to align with that business objective and the ROI perspective and what value proportion is adding when you having this AI tool in your organization. So at the same time adoption, but you need to ensure that the business case is aligned with the adoption of the AI and also the parameters like the KPIs and the measurement of those AI tools and the governance, the data governance and everything. So just to summarize that, what we discussed till now, what's your message to the people who are listening and the subject matter experts, of course, in our field, in the both topics we discussed, the post-quantum cryptography and quantum computing and the AI, the ethics. So I just want you to summarize of what we discussed and your message also about for the leadership, the organizations, about for both technologies.
So when it comes to quantum, I have got 2 words of advice, just 2 words. It's start now. Don't wait until it all goes out of hand, because the cost to implement as well. The experts who are doing the work now, probably they are in demand, but their demand will grow exponentially when the CRQC becomes available. So start now is that my advice to when it comes to quantum safe cryptographic algorithms. When it comes to AI, I would have 3 words of advice. Focus on governance. Make sure that the entire life cycle of an AI application, including the AI model, the AI development, the kind of data that went into it, questions like the kind of data that the model was trained on, was it ethically and responsibly sourced? did it comply with privacy regulations like the UAE's PDPL, the Personal Data Protection Law, or the GDPR, for example. So look at all those things, and from a business perspective, make sure that you have clearly articulated and expressed performance indicators. How do you even measure whether the AI system implementation was successful or not? So make sure you establish the expectations right and then measure it after it is implemented.
Yeah, I think you summarized very well, and really it's been a pleasure to have you in our podcast, and we learned a lot from you, and there is so much information we got it today, and we would like to have you again in our podcast, and thank you so much for coming. And your final thoughts, anything you want to send message to the people there?
It's been a pleasure interacting with you, talking on topics that we both are passionate about.
Yeah.
And it's an excellent time to be in the cybersecurity/AI/quantum space.
It is.
A lot of developments, a lot of
Yes.
exciting things.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you for having me, and I look forward to more such podcasts.
Thank you so much.